Good evening, I'm John Carter and welcome to Poland Daily. The new political landscape after the recent Polish local elections is starting to take form. The Liberal Civic Coalition and the agrarian Polish People's Party will rule together in the region of Mazovia, where the country's capital, Warsaw, is located, for the next 5 years. The regional assemblies will assume their final form by the end of the week. It looks as if the Conservative Law and Justice Party will govern 7 of them, while the Civic Coalition, together with the Polish People's Party, will control the remaining 9 regions.
After 12 years of ruling in the region of Mazowsze, the Civic Platform and the Polish People's Party will continue to remain in power. Both the parties, along with the Modern Party, signed a coalition agreement. Adam Struzik, the current president of the Mazowsze region, will keep his position. Politicians from the conservative United Right coalition suggest that this choice might lead to stagnation.
We were wondering how far can the law and justice go when it comes to political corruption. We know that they have been making offers to the councillors in the region of Mazovia for a long time. I'm glad that the people from the Civic Platform and the Polish People's Party are not easy to buy. This is going to be a continuation of development of the Mazowsze region. I would like to remind everyone that the statistics show that Mazovia is on the 4th place for economic growth. European Union's money was invested in this region, which everyone can clearly see. I have the impression that the Civic Coalition focuses more on who's going to personally rule, who's going to be the president, not only in Mazovia but in others as well. We have the agreement of the United Right with councils in the region of Lower Silesia, and we're committed to local investments such as infrastructure.
A few weeks ago, the Law and Justice Party announced a coalition with independent local governments in the region of Lower Silesia. The agreement includes the investments concerning the infrastructure and the 15% reduction in corporate tax. The Law and Justice Party will rule in 7 regions and the Civic Coalition in 9. The new term of office will last not 4 but 5 years.
The narrative of the Civic Platform Party concerning the VAT tax fraud scandal has been crashed by the TVP.info news website, which published a recording of, among others, the former spokesman for Donald Tusk's government and the former PM's closest associate, Paweł Grass. Both men discussed how easy it is to commit VAT tax fraud. The Civic Platform Party seemed intent on convincing the public that its officials had no idea about the dealings.
Drugs are no longer profitable at all. VAT tax fraud is.
Procuring invoices is better.
You create a network of hundreds of companies.
100. You don't have to create 100. The only problem is finding the right product. Today it's gold, tomorrow steel rods, the day after that calcium, and then rapeseed oil. You can do any product, literally anything, before
they get you.
And you end up with a problem, because even if you get them all, the entire network, you have to prove that they were doing this knowingly and in bad faith. Now try and prove that the 7th company in the chain knew that it was all a fraud. To get to them, you have to prove exactly that.
Tomorrow, I could buy computer hardware worth, for example, 2 or 3 million zloty from a guy who would bring me used scrap equipment worth, I don't know, 5,000 zloty or something. Some firms pay more. To get money from this, they give you an invoice for 3 million zloty, you get 600,000 from VAT tax, give half to this guy and the other half goes in your pocket. Aside from that, you have bonuses from your income tax. And to catch someone doing that, you'd have to find out how he did it and prove it.
Officials in Donald Tusk's government knew exactly what was going on with VAT tax fraud. The scandalous words of Paweł Grass, who was once the spokesman for Civic Platform's government, should make it a priority for the commission investigating VAT fraud to question him. If he knows so much about it, he should share it with the commission. The Civic Platform's narrative is in ruins.
Polish President Andrzej Duda has signed into law the new retirement plan bill called PPK. The voluntary pension plan will allow employees to save up additional funds for their retirement by their own contributions being supplemented by the employers and the state. Pracownicze plany kapitałowe to...
The employee pension plans, or PPK, is a revolution in the retirement pension system. The goal of the PPK is to raise pensions for around 11 million employees who will be saving part of their income for their future retirement. Apart from that, the employer and the state will both add to these savings as well. The President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, signed a bill introducing the PPK at the Warsaw Stock Exchange today.
...że PPK może powtórzyć scenariusz...
Proszę Państwa, ustawa jest podpisana i mam nadzieję, że ten system...
Ladies and gentlemen, the act is officially signed. The system that builds the capital and the pension base for the future generations will be working much better than the previous one. This system will help up to build a safe retirement status of Poles. This is very important. We all know how the current situation looks. We all know how insecure the ZUS pensions are. We don't know how it's gonna be in 10, 20, 30 years.
Bazy pod bezpieczny.
Pan prezydent podpisał ustawę.
The president has signed the act, which means that we have in Poland the first private voluntary long-term mechanism of saving money for retirement. This is very important and it shows state responsibility. This is a solid system because employees as well as employers pay contributions. The state also takes part in the process because it pays a welcome contribution and an additional premium.
I to jest przejawem odpowiedzialności.
The bill will come into force on January 1st, 2019. The biggest companies will start using the system on July 1st, and others will do so gradually.
The Belgian coalition government is facing a crisis on whether to sign the United Nations Global Compact for Migration in December. The country's largest party, the anti-immigration party, the New Flemish Alliance, seemed determined to stop the Liberal Prime Minister's plans to sign the document. Today, French President Emmanuel Macron travelled to Belgium for a state visit, during which he strongly supported the migration compact.
The Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel is thankful for the support of the French president, as it comes at a moment when he is under strong pressure from his coalition partner. The New Flemish Alliance have been sending out signals in recent weeks that they aren't prepared to sign the document. The resistance is led by Theo Franken, the country's Minister of Migration. His spokeswoman has now confirmed that the party's position is that it will not agree to join the Global Compact for Migration. The French president, however, praised the UN initiative during a press conference. That there should be a discussion, a partnership, better international cooperation on this subject is a good thing. The step taken by the United Nations, therefore, is laudable and desirable.
Non engageant et non contraignant juridiquement.
President Macron added that France will without doubt sign the document.
La démarche des Nations Unies.
Moreover, it gives lines of action towards a solution dependent on a better partnership on matters of economic and educational development, on matters of security, a stronger partnership also in terms of cooperation between countries of origin, of transit and of arrival, and above all, a better partnership in terms of fighting against trafficking networks lies right at the heart of the European strategy we are deploying. For these reasons, France supports it clearly. The resistance of the New Flemish Alliance means that Belgium is likely to join the US, Hungary, the Czech Republic and Bulgaria in not signing the Global Compact for Migration. Poland has indicated that it won't do so either. A final decision is expected in the coming days.
Thank you very much for joining me here this evening at Poland Daily. I'm John Carter. Stay tuned after the break for Poland Daily Weather, and then join me after that for Poland Daily Business.